Alright, good morning YouTube. Another day, another video. Today, as you've probably been able to tell by the title, we're hitting legs. And if you didn't look at the title, at the squat machine. So, obviously we're hitting legs. It's 2:31 a.m. I'll show ya. 2:31 a.m. Righty. So, obviously it's 2:30 in the morning as I just showed. And we're hitting legs, like I just said. I've already done my warm up and my stretches. Actually, no, I haven't done my warm up. I've done my cardio, which was my ride here, and now I'm going to do my warm up with and slowly increase the weight on squats, which is the first exercise of the day. But before I got into uh, the workout, I thought I'd quickly have a bit of a chat about, I guess, motivation. And I think in my last video, me and Vin had a bit of a chat about it, but I wanted to like reiterate it a bit or talk about it a bit more. So, in my opinion, the hardest thing about what I do, like going to the gym at 2 a.m., it's not the fucking, first of all, it's not the fucking gym session. It's not the riding to here in the freezing cold. It's not the having to edit the video. It's not having to upload, create all the titles. The hardest thing is obviously none of those. It's waking up. And what I mean by that is not physically waking up, the act of setting the alarm, which is still pretty easy to do, but setting the alarm, and when the alarm goes off, not just pressing snooze and fucking off, sleeping in. That I want to say, half a second that it takes for me to get up is honestly the hardest day about my week. It's such a pain in the ass. I never want to, but I see an end goal. I see where I want to be. I see where I want to take this, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't just piss fart around here in bed, sleeping. I got to actually do something, and see that's why. That's how I wake myself up. That's how I get out of bed. If you're struggling for motivation, just look at your end goal and think, okay, well, this is what I want. I want to get to this. This is my physique goals, even if it's not with gym, even if it's with fucking money or women, whatever it is. You just got to look at what your end goal is, and set your eyes on it. Set your heart to it. Actually do it. Don't piss fart around. Just fucking do it. Anyway, that's the rant over. We'll start warming up with squats. Alright, so now the actual warm up starts to happen. We've got 60 on the bar. I don't know how many I'm going to get of these. I'm not going to go till failure. I'm just going to rep them out. Get the engine going. Go. Now we're getting into actual workout. So, first set, got 100 on the bar. I think, yeah, I'm probably just going to go to complete failure on this. And then I'm obviously going to have to let the guards save me. And then after that, unrack, re-rack, put it back up, and then we'll go again. Maybe, I don't know, 105, 110. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, fuck. Should have gone that last one. Oh, fuck. I'm annoyed with that. Should have gone that. Right, round 2 on the squats. Hopefully we'll actually get a bit more failure. because that I'm so disappointed with that last one. Also, actually, before I do this set, I'm gonna do, and I forgot to mention this in the intro. I'm gonna do. I always do 3 sets till failure of every exercise, no matter what it is. So every exercise, I'm doing 3 sets till failure. Now you might not see all 3 sets because look, the video just gets boring if I'm repeating the same thing 3 times, where I only need to repeat it once. So if that's why I'm not going to the full extent, I am, but I'm just not putting it in the video. What the fuck? Right, so moving on to squats to hack press. Obviously, don't have any weight on this, but yeah, second squatting movement, second compounding movement. I'm gonna do this instead of leg press. Right next to me, you probably won't be able to see it. But yeah, I'll do this instead of leg press just because it's a real pain in the ass putting the weights on and off. And I know there's no one here, so I'm not being a dickhead if I take all the weights. But this is just an easier thing. This is just a better thing. I'll alternate if I do this. I'll alternate if I do that. Am I going to do another compounding movement? Yes, I will. I'll probably move on to that. I don't know if you can see it. It's another glute finger or glute. No. Anyway, regardless, yeah. So I'll put some weight on this. Probably could have gotten more there. I know, the last one kind of just caught me by surprise, if I'm being honest. I would have liked to get it up, but this is what it is. Alright, moving on to whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what it's called. It's just I like changing it up a bit. I like adding a bit of variation in my workout. So I know this may not be the most manly exercise, um, but it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it anyway. I'm obviously not going to show all 3 sets. I might only even show only one set. But regardless, I'll still do 3 off camera or 2 off camera. No, 3 in total. A couple of them off camera. Alright, moving on to leg extensions. Like I've said before, obviously going to failure. Also, yeah, you can go to failure on these quite a lot easier. So that's why I like them. And I think I've said this in a previous video, but the way I structure my leg days, yeah, I've definitely said this. I thought I'd just bring it back for any new viewers. But after I've done my compound movements on leg days, I always, if the leg extension's open, I'll always move on to that before I do my hamstring curls, because I find I get more out of my quads if I do quads and then hamstrings. But if I do hamstrings and then quads, then I can't get as much out of them. And it doesn't ever take away from what I can do on hamstrings, or at least I feel what I can do on hamstrings. So it's not as noticeable. But anyway, yeah, I'll push these out now. Next exercise, moving on to seated leg curls. Um, like I said before, I do uh, quad extensions or leg extensions first, train the quads, and then move on to the hamstrings. Now, sometimes I'll do more for quads, sometimes I'll do less for quads, sometimes I'll do more for hamstrings. It's about mixing my shit up. Now, the way I'm gonna actually do the exercise, it may look a bit odd. I'm gonna be like leaning forward. You'll see in like 15, 20 seconds whenever I finish this little yap sesh. I'm not sure the exact benefits, but and this is all just personal preference. So if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. The reason I do it is because I can lift heavier. Like if I'm leaning out, I can lift heavier, and as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't actually take away much from the actual exercise. So I don't really see any benefit or any reason to not do it. Um, if you catch my drift, but I'm gonna go spend the next couple hours trying to set this thing up because I'm sure you guys know how much of a pain in the ass it is to set up a hamstring curl machine. I think it's set up now. Righty, so seated leg curls versus prone leg curls. What's the difference? Which one's better? Now, before I get into this, I just want to say I'm not a doctor. I didn't do this study. I didn't do any studies on it. I've just read up on some studies, and I'll spill over that information to you. But and I'm not going to bother quoting it because it's your choice whether you believe me or not. But they found there was this study I was reading or looking at that said you get more gains from doing seated leg curls rather than prone leg curls. Now, I can't remember exactly why that is, but I just remember that they found more muscle growth in the study set or the data set of people that were doing seated leg curls like this rather than the prone leg curls. Now, like I said before, it's completely up to you whether you change your ways, whether you believe me. To be honest, I don't give that much of a fuck. It's your thing, not mine. I'm just here spilling over some information. But anyway, um, let's get into them. All right, last exercise of the day. Um, they're obviously calf extensions. Normally, or actually, I was planning to do some RDLs. I might put them. Actually, yeah. No, I'll do some RDLs after this. So this is second last exercise, not the last exercise. I lied. Boo-hoo. And look, I'm gonna go on another rant. I know you just survived a rant of me before, but I'll go on another one with calf extensions. Or no, not calf extensions, with growing your calves, because when you're walking and you're moving, like you're always working your calves. So the way you properly grow your calves, like any other muscle, is you gotta constantly be hitting calves. So like sometimes you'll have to hit calves twice, 3 times a week, maybe even 7 times a week if you really want to grow them. So that the calf muscle is a bit different to the rest of them. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. It's obviously a hamstring and glutes workout, and it also works out your back a bit. Now, I'll just give a form tip on it for anyone interested. Now, obviously, or not, again, not obviously, but legs close together. When you're bending over, make sure you don't arch your back in, because if you arch your back, you're fucked. You fucked it. So that's obviously not too good. And when you you want to get the bar to roughly like below the knee, mid shin area. So that's ideal. And I guess go to a failure, or go to like almost failure, because if you go to proper failure and you start fucking up the form, um, you're not going to be in the greatest situation, because goodbye fucking your back vertebrates for a while. But anyway, I'll get into it now. Righty, so last exercise of the day. Moving on to RDLs. Righty, so that's the end of the workout. Um, Good, solid gym session. I don't know, 7 out of 10 maybe. Would have been a 10 out of 10 if it had been an arms workout, but you win some, you lose some. Sometimes you just have to train legs. But anyway, yeah, it was a good sesh. I'm not gonna check the pump out because I don't know. I don't actually know how to fucking pose legs. I don't know what it is. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been wanting to learn how to like properly pose, but I don't know. I've just been putting it off. I should probably learn. Um, so probably I guess next leg session you're actually gonna see my legs for the first time. They do exist, because if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think I've ever had shorts on in a video. Which is, yeah, I know, crazy. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Um, More collabs will be coming soon. Obviously, check out my Insta, TikTok. I don't really post on TikTok. I'm more on Insta. All my photos from I think last video are on my Insta. Um, and Yeah, I guess that's it. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.